Since our childhood, we have been understanding that planning is a part of our life and we generally cannot do anything without planning for it. So, at this point of time, we need to realize that is that planning which is really important and really contributing to us or not. Welcome everyone, welcome to the show Raj Singh Talks, and today we are talking about is planning important for us or not? And to discuss the same, we have Mr. Neeraj with us to continue the discussion, and he will be understanding or making us understand more about what exactly is planning. Welcome, it's my pleasure to join you here. To begin with the very first question, how do you define planning? Alright, so when you talk about planning is actually very difficult to answer the question at this point of time. When you talk about planning is something which is a predictable approach which may not be followed by an individual. Predictable approach we may not be monitored by the individual, and an approach which is being created but you never know whether you will follow it or not, and thus at the end of the day you do not succeed, and then you blame back the planning that planning was not so important for you or it was not created in a well defined manner, and because of the plan you could not succeed. So in simple terms, first of all, planning is not your cup of tea. Planning is for teams. Planning is a subject which is for the organizations where I have more than two people working together and it's difficult for me to synchronize together. And I want every one of them to be following a system which is created in just a form of like timetable. Just a simple schedule which is created for everyone to be followed. Coming on the time, being on the time, delivering the duty what you're supposed to deliver every day, and then go back, come back again and do the same thing. We will be able to deliver something at the end of 3 months and we achieve success. And that's what you call it as a plan. And that is required for a group of people, not for individuals. When you say that, do you mean to say it is really not important for an individual or does not belong to individual at all? Yeah, why not? I would rather say that planning is not for individual at all. What kind of planning do you call it as? I see a lot of people, hundred of people saying the definition that it's a the formula of success, right? You say plan plus act plus achieve, or aim plus plan plus act is success. I think aim is fine, acting is fine, but what do you mean by plan? What is a plan? Do you really create an individual? Does really create a plan? Can you define what a plan is? Plan is a schedule. Do you define a schedule for yourself for the next 50 years? Do you know where will you be? How can you even create an effective plan which is executable? Organizations who are having so mature people across the world, they do not know, they lack, creating a consistent plan because the plan will be tweaked from time to time depending on the reactive approach. As they progress with the work, they realize that this plan is not going to help us. So they update the plan or they have a plan B. So everywhere around you, just think logically, do you really strictly follow the plan? Then how being a student, how being a job seeker, you can have a plan within you. And that too for yourself who has not seen the world at all, you know how to create a plan at all. So plan is not for individuals. Right. We really understand that, but can you add more light on that with an example and how it is not really important for individuals? If you're asking me about an example, let us take, there are two students, and one is this, Alex, the second one is Peter. Alex and Peter both are a graduate student of computer science, like they're undergoing the graduation program. And Peter is an average student, whereas Alex is a very good topper student. I think every one of you viewing this video will have that friend who will be always scoring more than 90% in every semester. So Alex being the topmost or person of kind who scores well in the semesters and examinations, whereas Peter is one who is average. Average in the sense, maybe never seen 60% also. So in his life. Now, of course, Alex doing his pretty well performance, he gets a gold medal when he graduates and he is the unique or topmost secured student. Whereas on the other side, the Peter passes out with an average score, which is very common with other students across you as well. So now at this point, one is a gold medalist, one is an average student who graduated. Both planned for anything? during their graduation? Yes, of course, they planned for getting a job as a software engineer. The only difference will be that maybe Alex will be able to crack a very good or top level organization, whereas Peter might find it a little bit difficult for the time being, but maybe getting an average organization to work with and start with a very average salary, everything will be average for him, and for him it will be a branding things. But let me tell you all of this. First of all, it's not mandatory that being a gold medalist gives you a very good job. I've seen people with the gold medal roaming around and then joining in an organization or institution like a professor, because just being studious is not important. You need to have that creativity, you need to have the enthusiasm, you need to have that innovation within you, which brings to you the efficiency to conquer the world. Right? So here, my example is not about success. I'm talking about the plan. So both of them had no plan. Where's the plan? Do you understand what planning is? What planning you did? Creating a timetable for preparing for the examination is not called as plan. That is just a schedule, just a simple timetable which you follow for a day. That's all. Plan is something which you define for the long term, and that is only for the organizations. You planned just to be a software engineer and every day you went to the college. College had a schedule, college had a plan, but not you, because college has different professors, different departments. And that's how you did not have a plan. And did you really have one? Can you please explain me? What do you mean by plan? You don't even know whether will you graduate or not. You don't even know that if you graduate, will you be software engineer or you will be a consultant like me? Because I never got into my technical jobs. I started with it, diverted to something, and finally I'm a consultant, I'm a speaker. Okay, so I think it's for the first time I'm understanding that somebody's telling the planning is really not important. But when you say so, what do you think what people should do instead of planning? Is there an option? When you talk about planning, I never had a plan because I never knew that what I want to be. Because every graduation, every single student when they go to college, they just know one thing: I need to be job ready. But what job? Where? How? When? Nothing. We have mentors, we have lecturers to advise us, because we are unplanned. We do not have any execution path. We just know that we have to graduate with a good score so that we can get a good marks. That's all. We don't have any plan. Right. I think I understand that how exactly planning is not really important. But at the end, what would you like to convey to everyone, the viewers we have? See, in my sense, for any student, any graduate, while you're working yourself, you don't need planning. You need innovation. You need creativity. I'm not talking about getting good scores. I don't want you to be a bookworm. I don't want you to be right behind the scores and be always 90, compete with other people. No. Identify yourself. Find your uniqueness. Find your creativity. Find your path of making yourself a recognition or public figure. How do you do that? Of course, you try to identify that what you are best at. Not even good, not even better. I'm talking about best. Is that a crockery? Is that craft and material, like working on a craft and arts? Is that something like singing? Is it about mimicry? Is it about creating stories or writing books, being a writer? What is that? And just start working for it. Now, say for example, everyone says that have an aim, plan for something, where do you want to be? I say, okay, I want to be a pilot. What do you join? You join graduation. Once you're in graduation, you do something, you plan for it, you prepare for it, and then you realize that, okay, at some point of time you wanted to be into civils, you wanted to be in some aviations, or you wanted to be some other job, or kind of like creating mechanical engineers or something. So you turn out to be something else. So we really don't have an expectation set at that point of time. So when it comes to avoiding plans, what you need to do, you need to find out your creativity. You need to find out that talent which makes you unique and you are best at it. So that nobody else can compete with you, nobody else can beat you in that. Being an art, make the best painting ever. Being a singer, you must be having a very good voice which you can present and make the whole world flat out for you. So there are a lot of ways by showing your talent, making yourself unique and recognitionable. Sometimes it is important to not have a plan. Or I can say it is good that if you do not have a plan. Because plan is never followed. Plan is something which might be created but undefined. It's not mandatory that whatever you plan is well executable, is possible. Thank you so much for giving that input on the planning and understanding of the same with respect to individuals. So everyone here present watching our video, I would like to conclude with the same discussion, stating that planning is not really important, but at the same time what is important is to have a curiosity to learn something new, creativity in terms of applying your talent. And if you are giving time to your talent and dedication to yourself towards achieving something, then you can achieve your aim and be successful. But really, it's do not spend your time or do not think that if you have a plan, you will actually succeed alone. All you need is dedication and time as well. Thank you for watching the video. If you really enjoyed the video, do not forget to like and share the video with your friends. And at the same time, if you would like to follow us for our latest videos, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any queries related to the discussions and you would like to know more on your situations or queries, please do comment your queries below so that we can get back to you with more details and subjective answers. So till then, take care of yourself. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you soon later with another episode.